We'll give.
Let me out. I have a family that supports military.
Did she deserve to get shot?
Put your brother in that situation.
You're going down a dangerous path. All this law enforcement brutality has really hit close to home because we lost my uncle a few years ago. Not to law enforcement, he had hypothermia, but he was climbing up Everest. But I'm just saying, he was also murdered by ICE. Sorry, that was dark. It's a comedy show. Let's just tell jokes, okay? So why did the chicken cross the road? Because ICE was in his neighborhood, the other side of the road was blocked. He had to go that way. Okay, maybe that's not good. That's too polarizing. Let's just get back to humor, okay? Knock, knock. ICE. I said I saw the video. That shit looks like murder to me, man. I'm pretty sure it's murder when you kill someone, man. I'll tell you what, man, as a comedian, you can always count on me personally. You know, if you ever see a topic that's like so dark, and you're like, oh man, I hope no comedian touches that. I'll be your guy to break that. Because you gotta go in, man. And I understand people enough to the point where I know where it's like, everybody needs to digest the painful shit that we see. Sometimes humor is the best way. Sometimes it's not the time for people. I had to learn this the hard way too many times. But I've typically learned, because we have so much tragic shit that happens every fucking day. Like, can you believe this is what I'm talking about right now? And just like a week ago, like I haven't even said one thing about Venezuela. It's like, that's how fucking fast we're moving in the tragedy sphere. You know what I mean? I'm talking about this ICE shit right now, but my mind's already on Iran. I don't know what the fuck to do. And I use satire and I try to be tactful. I try to not mock the dead. I try to not punch down, you know, if you will, to a degree that feels, you know, just like not funny. But at the same time, like if I use satire, like the day that something happens or even the day after something happens, people get very sensitive. Like, this is not the time for jokes. I've got it handed to me so many times. But then you wait like one more day and you post something, they're like, ha, this is so fucking funny. Oh my God. It's like you just needed to sleep one night. Okay. You literally just needed one night of sleep for humor to work. Got it. This thing that happened last week, I mean, it did open a lot of people's eyes just because you should know ICE has killed a handful of people. It was like the 9th ICE shooting since September. And it's not just immigrants. It's not just undocumented immigrants. It's now citizens. So it is important to know what ICE is and know your rights when you're around ICE. And you can look it up. It's in this thing called the Constitution. The killing of this woman was just so polarizing, as is everything in the United States. But it literally, like, a woman was killed, and people just like made it a political thing right away. It became like Blue Lives Matter versus Blue Hair Lives Matter, and oh, it's gonna get worse. But on Wednesday and Thursday, these video angles came out. Everybody saw it, reviewed it, and made up their mind. Because by the time Friday came around, and they had a new video. And my thought was like, oh, they have this new angle. People are going to come a little more closer to consensus on what actually happened. Yeah. Everybody saw the video, said the exact same shit they were saying the day before. Yeah. Like, nobody fucking changed their mind. To me, that new video looked way worse. Yeah. Because first of all, it was recorded directly from the ICE officer. Now, they said it was a body cam, but it wasn't. It was just his iPhone. Like, that's how low budget ICE is, I guess, that they don't provide body cams. They're just like, you just pull out your phone if you see something. It was shot from his angle. The crazy thing about it, he shows, yes, and he showed, like, you know, you see the full 360 of the car. Hey.
Get her out.
It's okay. We'll give.
Let me out. But I have a family that supports military that has died in
Okay, hey, everybody, this is your chance to take the high road, okay? You have the option to leave. You do have the option to leave. Consider me ICE. I'm gonna let you know your rights, okay? You have the option to leave. I'm not gonna deport you, okay? You have the option. If you don't like the material, you have the option to leave. The thing is, and I'm glad we're having this conversation. I don't like to shy away from conflict. I think this is important that we're having this conversation.
I have 4 brothers who served our military.
And that's great. No, guys, no, relax. I will handle this. This is going to be really good content. Trevor, the camera's on. Listen. Listen, fantastic, and thank them for their service, and that's awesome that you understand that people have to fulfill these jobs and you understand things from their perspective. But can you listen for a moment here? Because let's really break down. We want people protecting us, right? And we want people protecting us in good conscience, right? We want them 100%. And so a woman was murdered. She's a citizen. You may not agree with her politics. You may think that she made a mistake in being in that situation. That's fine. But did she deserve to get shot 3 times? Did she deserve... in the face by an organization that is that.
But then put your brother in that situation that's been run over.
Yes, and so let me. Fantastic. I'm gonna put I don't have a brother, but yes, of course, put your family member in that situation and ask what they would have done. I'm telling you how I saw things from my perspective. Like I said, you're welcome.
It's not like she was not knowing what she was doing.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'm going to give this 30 more seconds. Don't worry.
She left her
Okay, just if you want to say one more thing, because I'm going to proceed with this bit, whether you agree with it or not, and you obviously you have the option to leave, and you can sit and watch, and you can be angry, that's your choice, or you can leave. But what you can't do is keep interrupting for the people who paid to see my opinion, right? Because you have to understand, the first right that all of us Americans have is the First Amendment. The First Amendment is our freedom of speech, which comes with freedom of opinion and freedom of expression of that opinion. And the people that we hire to protect and serve us are the people who are protecting this sacred law called the First Amendment. Okay? So let's always keep that in mind. You have the right to the First Amendment, but not at the paid comedy show where people are coming to see me and coming to see me talk. You know what I'm saying? So your opinions are valid, your feelings are valid, but this is not the time for them. Okay? And if you think that I need to be stopped, well then you're violating my First Amendment right, and also kind of like they're $30. So you know what I mean? So that's all. 50. I'm sorry. I didn't. Sorry. Okay. So let's keep it at that. I want to walk you through why I believe what I saw is what I saw. Okay. And so to me, I already saw the first 2 angles. The first 2 angles show you that her wheels were turned away from the ICE officer. Okay, that was what the first angle showed. The angle from his POV, you can see as he's approaching the front of her car for the second time, because he didn't just put himself in front of her car, he put himself in front of the car 2 times. Okay? I don't know if you know this, they train officers not to stand in front of cars. You know what? They also train children to do that. They train children to not put themselves in front of cars. Do I have kids? Okay, of course. It's the interview portion of the show. What do you do, by the way, aside from yell?
Insurance.
You do insurance? You do insurance? Is that correct? You do insurance?
Said it twice, yes.
Oh. Well, I heard it once. Huh? Not your problem? Okay. You're going down a dangerous path. It's funny, you do insurance. I thought you would understand risk. The second time he put himself in front of the car, we have the footage, we have the camera, you see the car reversing, and then you see it turning, it's turning away, but also moving slightly towards him. Let's acknowledge that. But look at her. Look at her as she's driving. Her face is turned away from the ICE officer. It appears that she doesn't even notice he's there. Because why would she? He walked around the car, then he disappeared, then he's suddenly back there again. Apparently she didn't know it. She didn't know he was there. That's what it looks like to me. Where was she looking? At the other ICE officer who was harassing her through the other window. Okay, to me it looks like she just didn't notice he was there. Careless driving? Sure. You know what I mean? Sure. But does somebody deserve to be shot 3 times for that? Especially consider this is sub-zero Minneapolis, okay? The ground and the neighborhood was covered with ice. Right? Anything could have gone wrong in that situation. To me, it looks like the vehicle's going back, and then it comes at him. When the vehicle's turning, it looks very scary for a minute, because it does look like, oh my God, is it going to hit him? You hear that. You hear a noise, but then you listen to it again. The noise that you hear is not him getting hit by the car, it's him firing the gun. After he fires those shots, and she drives off, he yells fucking bitch. Which I get it. We've all been angry before. We've all, called one of our friends a fucking bitch. You know what I mean? We've done it. We've been in a moment of rage. But like, have you done it after you killed someone? Even if you're like, oh, this poor officer was acting in self-defense. Like, did he have to yell fucking bitch after killing a civilian? Doesn't that not tell you everything you need to know about that person? Because I don't know about you personally, but like getting afraid of like the bumper of a Honda and then shooting someone 3 times, that's fucking bitch behavior. That's what that is. That's fucking bitch behavior. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's some fucking bitch shit. Okay? Now let's back this up a little bit more. Okay? The ICE officer who shot the woman, Jonathan Ross, has a Filipino immigrant wife. Okay? Are they married or is she being detained? I don't know. But here's something I found very interesting. Apparently his ex-wife left him for a woman. Okay? Which would make her a lesbian, for those of you who are a little slow. And so you put that into the context that these 2 women in this vehicle were lesbians, that adds another layer to the story. Okay? Because notice, he didn't know they were lesbians right away. He had to circle the car twice, you know what I mean? He didn't know they were lesbians right away because it wasn't a Subaru. So he had to circle the car twice, okay? And yeah, after 2 circles, it kind of seemed, lesbian-ish, And I can say this because I'm Lebanese, okay? Yeah. Lesbians and Lebanese, we have a special connection, okay? We have a special nod when we see each other. Like, we have a similar sounding name, And we both love to eat, Yeah. Now, here's what you see when he circles the car. So the first time he circles the car, he has his encounter with Renee Good. Okay, Renee Good is looking at him and she says something like, honey, I ain't mad at you, right? Or honey, I'm not mad at you. Now, let's note, it was a little sarcastic, okay? It was a little sarcastic, but it was sincere to the level of, I'm not going to do anything to you. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say it was just like purely genuine. It felt a little sarcastic, but fine. I just felt very innocent and like she wasn't going to do anything. Then he circles the car and he encounters Renee Good's wife, who was, let's be honest, not as nice, okay? She was a little standoffish, okay? And her first comment was like, yeah, you look at our plate. We don't change our plates every day like you guys do, okay? Which is just kind of funny because that's what ICE does. It's a little sketchy that they change their plates every day and just drive around. It's just like, it's a very makeshift, organization. So she says that, and then he keeps walking, and this is when Renee Good's wife, kind of nudges him on a little bit more. Renee Good's wife then says, why don't you go get yourself some lunch, big boy? Which, the camera shakes, you can see the blood boiling in him, when that happens. She's like, go get some lunch, big boy. It's not too cutting of a burn, but if you're self-conscious about your weight, it could be a lot. Maybe he was like, I just had lunch, I'm so a little bloated from lunch, what the fuck? So yes, put yourself in his shoes. The blood might be boiling at this point. And this is something that somebody pointed out on TikTok. Thank God for TikTok, right? And you can watch the video to verify this. This is very interesting and a little scary. But when Renee Good's wife says that, why don't you go get yourself some lunch, big boy? You see the camera kind of shake, and then you see him switch it to his different hand. He was originally holding it in his right, and you can see that from the reflection. When he's walking around the Honda, you can see the reflection. He's holding the camera in his right hand. And then you see it, when she says big boy, you see he moves the camera to his left hand. Now, why would he do that? Because he wanted to have his right hand open because his gun was in his right holster. Yeah, his gun was on the right side. Okay, and this is obviously not a conspiracy because literally within seconds he is in fact reaching for his gun. So the time between Renee Good's wife being like, go get some lunch, big boy, and him going to the gun was very quick. It was definitely weight self-conscious level of quick, okay? And then you see him draw the gun because you see that from the other angle. Before he even reached the end of the corner of the car, before Renee Good even started to move forward, he already had the gun in his hand, He was already ready to shoot at that moment, and then he shot it 3 times. So is it not conceivable that his past may have contributed to this, like just a little bit? Just a little bit? You know what I mean? You know, when I think about human psychology, I think so. And let's be as sympathetic and empathetic with this guy in his mind and whatever he may or may not have ate for lunch that day. You know, but like, it seems a little too much of a coincidence. Just speaking from having previous relationships that didn't end well, like it can be a traumatizing experience. It can be very traumatizing if somebody leaves you for another person. And obviously, there's nothing wrong with people having their preferences and who they want to be with, but there is a special kind of hurt to when somebody doesn't like being with you so much, they leave you for another gender. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's another level that he's going to be, you know, it's going to affect him for the rest of his life. He's always going to look at women and be like, what can you do that I can't? You know what I mean? Like, whenever he uses scissors, he's always just going to be like, this is not like, you know? And so, yeah, it can be very traumatizing. And so that might explain why he had this a little extra animosity. Because as soon as Renee Good's wife said this, and let's face it, Renee Good's wife, she looks like a lesbian, okay? And she said that, big boy, like the blood, he's just, I'm going to get my gun. And then he went in. Within a moment, the gun was in his hand. And, you know, at that point, I think he was looking for any excuse to shoot. That's literally what it felt like. The gun was already raised in his hand. He already wanted to shoot. He just needed one reason. And that's why the story is he was acting in self-defense, because everybody says the car was coming at him. Maybe he was just seeing things, okay? Because the wheels were turned. She was turned. It looks like she was turning away. But he assumed that she was coming at him because just like his ex-wife, he assumed they were straight. All right, sorry. Should have made a full 180 on that one. I love you, San Diego. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Best to you. I love you all so much.